Little sister got a new car and I left the party. I 17F and my sister 15F used to get along great when we were kids. Since I started high school, it feels like she takes all the attention. Uh-oh. We have some favoritism. I guarantee... Yeah, this is an older sister that doesn't get anything, and well, maybe not anything, but this is like a favoritism thing out the gate. I can already tell. Once she started going to my high school, she got really popular. What's annoying is that she acts really stupid, and people seem to eat it up. She just giggles and does little dances most of the time. Hey, some people can do that. I missed my senior prom because I didn't have a date. And she went with one of the other seniors and hasn't stopped talking about how much fun it was. When she was 15, I guess I can't talk because I dated a senior when I was a freshman, and I've since been told that I'm a victim, or was a victim. But, it was a week, and it was like nothing serious. It was just, we're dating for a week. I don't know. High school's stupid. Anyways, it was recently announced that I am valedictorian. My dad decided to have a party to celebrate. Our mom left when we were little. Ooh, that sucks. Honestly, that felt really good because even he seems to like my sister more. We're a sports family, and they're always a pair on the couch, and I'm like the third wheel trying to get their attention. Oh, no. It's one of those dads that... and I'm not saying all dads are like this, but there's this like type of dad that really wants a son, but they will take a daughter that's really into sports. And I'm not saying that that's okay. I'm saying that there are 1000% dads like that. There's also vice versa. There's like daddy's girls or whatever. There's like dads that are overprotective of their daughters. There's dads that ignore the daughters because they have a son and they care more about man activities. It's just weird. It's favoritism. I don't know. Anyways, he takes her to the mall to buy clothes all the time, whereas I have to take myself. I go to thrift stores because I don't like clothes made in sweatshops. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Here we go with the sweatshops. I have a feeling that you probably also don't really come across as the kind of person that likes to hang out. If it's obvious to your dad that you don't like to get clothes that are made in sweatshops, then of course he'll take your sister to the mall and not really bring it up with you because it's obvious that you're not into it. But I'm not saying you're an asshole for that. I think there's some miscommunication there. She has her learner's permit and will soon be 16 and get her driver's license. When I turned 16, my aunt gave me her 2015 Nissan Versa, which is always breaking down and smells bad because she used to smoke in it. It's just a 2015. How much could your aunt have been driving that around? I don't know. Every time there is a car commercial, my sister every time sits on my dad's lap like she's a little kid and whines she wants a car for her birthday. Okay. It makes my eyes roll, but like I said, it's like I don't even exist to them sometimes. I feel like this is an opportunity where you could have handed down the Nissan Versa to the younger sister and then got in, not even necessarily a new car, but like a used car for the older sister. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, whatever. I'll see. We'll read. We'll find out here. My sister's birthday is also in May, and she is having a sweet 16 party on a rented boat. Mind you, I simply had a family get-together with cake for my 16th birthday. You have to stop. You have to stop. You must stop. Anyways, where were we? Mind you, I simply had a family get together with cake for my 16th birthday. On one hand, yeah, truly that sucks, but I have a feeling that you wouldn't want a sweet 16 party based on the way you speak. Look, now she's moving the mic closer to my face. Anyways, you don't need to be pressing the keyboard or doing those weird behavior. If you guys could see her right now, dude. She's touching the keyboard. She's rubbing all up against my arm. Anyways, last week was the party at the house to celebrate my achievement. Stop it. I was having a pretty good time at the start. My sister was up in her room taking forever to get ready. And when she came out, I saw she had done everything she could do to outdo me. Her hair was curled. Her makeup was done. She was in a really revealing fit. I don't think she was trying to outdo you. I think she's just... I have a feeling that you're the sister that doesn't really do the dressing up thing, and your sister is, and she was just probably doing... She's like, this is an event. I'm celebrating. Some women do that. It's not to outdress anybody. It's just, and this is a 16-year-old. This isn't a grown-ass woman, but or a 15-year-old. But some people just outdress other people. You know what I mean? That's just naturally. It's not in an attempt to. They just naturally are in that mood. Like most of the time, I'm like shorts and a white shirt or something. Like I'm not going to go out of my way. But some people aren't like that, you know? Whenever I fly in like a regular t-shirt. There's people that fly in like full-on suit jackets and everything and pants. I cannot for the life of me understand it. I'll get dressed when I get there for whatever business I have to do, but you know, all I'm saying is I don't think that's necessarily like she's trying to outdo you. I think that's just what she's just like that. Everyone was staring at her and ignoring me. Kind of weird to be staring at a 15-year-old, but whatever. It sucked, but I was trying to just focus on my core group of friends. Then as we're all in the living room, we see through the window a truck with a trailer pull up. That's terrible timing. The driver comes onto the door. Turns out it's a brand new car for my sister from dad. Oh God. She's crying and jumping around and hugging and kissing my dad. Everyone goes outside to look at the car. When this happens, I went out the back door, turned off my phone, and drove my 9-year-old car all alone to the beach to be by myself. When I came back, everyone was so angry and yelling. My dad said he didn't know that they deliver the car during my party. You had to have known it was going to be that day, though, my guy. My stepdad has ordered a car online, and they're like very on top of letting you know when it's going to show up because they kind of want you to be there. You know? Yeah, just leave it by the front door. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just his situation. Maybe they really do just be parking the cars in your driveway and then going, well, hopefully that's correct. I don't know. It's a car, you know. I've had them make me sign for packages that are, you know, slightly over $100. So I'd imagine a car probably takes some signatures. I don't know. My sister had clearly been crying and said she didn't mean to hurt my feelings. I don't think your sister's an asshole here, to be real with you. I think your sister is spoiled. But she just wants to be a good sister and doesn't know why I'm sad all the time. I feel so alone. Am I the asshole for leaving the party once the car came? I'm going to be real with you. I think you need to go to some type of therapy or speak with somebody. Especially that last little bit there. She just wants to be a good sister. Okay, doesn't know why I'm sad all the time. I feel so alone. Your dad obviously has a favorite, and I think that you should probably... I think, like, you most likely have depression and your sister just doesn't, and there's going to be a disconnect between somebody that has depression and somebody doesn't, or somebody that doesn't. But I feel like y'all definitely need, like, you need help, and your dad needs to be aware of that. I don't know if you talk to him about that. I feel like he should notice, you know, if the sister is saying, you know, asking why you're sad all the time. I feel like it should be common sense. But I really feel like you need to go to a therapist of some sort. I don't know if y'all can afford it. He can afford a new car. He can afford to get a new car delivered. I feel like he can afford to get you to therapy because, I don't know, you're like the book smart one. And maybe he's like a sports dad, so he's way more invested in the favorite daughter. And I think things are going to work out for you because if you're a smart kid, it's not really going to matter. You're going to go to college. You're going to, you know, do whatever. I'm throwing the mouse because she keeps bringing it up here. She likes to play fetch. I should really get, like, the camera can move. I should really just get it set up so, like, if she lays here or lays over here, I can zoom in so you guys can see why, like, this randomly moves closer towards me. I don't think you're an asshole. I don't think your sister's an asshole. I think your dad is an asshole, but he doesn't realize it because he is bad at just like having two daughters. He's like really good at having one daughter, as it turns out. He's terrible at having two. But I think you should seek some help. Not the asshole. Congratulations, you deserve every bit of happiness and success that you can achieve. Go to college, get a great job, and when daddy's spoiled little princess bleeds his bank account dry and they have no money because your sister can't hold down a job or education, they'll come crying to you. That's when you show them you get from a relationship what you put into it. Okay, ignore them, shut the door in their face, openly celebrate every achievement you make, and live your best life. I wouldn't make it that personal. I'm not going to naturally assume that the spoiled sister is doomed in her future. This one seems personal. This reply seems personal. I don't think that the sister is an asshole. I think that the sister is just young and spoiled, and the dad needs to do a better job. I put a lot of blame on parents. If you have a spoiled kid, who spoiled the kid? If you have a kid that's acting up, you know, how did you handle discipline? You know, did you handle it in a healthy way, or did you just, you know, say, you did this, I'm going to smack you around a little bit and then send them on their way? Meanwhile, they hate your ass. I don't know. Something similar happened to me. I was the neglected middle child, never caused trouble, did well in school, and got an amazing scholarship to study at a very fancy college. Never got a car and didn't even learn how to drive because that was the point. Oh, because what was the point? My parents bought my baby brother a new car. It really annoyed me. They also bought him a condo, so he hasn't ever had to pay. Jeez. Maybe they don't think your little brother can handle living life. Maybe they saw that you were getting all these scholarships, and they're like, he'll be fine. Your little brother is dumb. So they feel like they need to help him or something. Let's sort by controversial. I bit my lip, and it's driving me crazy. Great. Should I just get a sippy cup at this point? I'm washing the lid for this, and it's not really meant for drinking out like this because it just goes up the sides. But you know, I go to thrift stores because I don't like clothes made in sweatshops. This tells me everything I need to know about you and your worldview. Get the fuck out of here. Don't get me wrong. I read that sentence and I immediately was like, okay, like I get it. But I think it's obvious that she's depressed, so her being kind of cynical about things like this is kind of adding up to me. I'm not saying that if she goes to therapy, she's all of a sudden going to buy clothes made in the mall. But I read this. I don't think that she's the asshole for this. I feel like that was just like a throwaway, okay, you're like the activist type, and we're probably not going to get along, but I don't think that makes you a bad person. You know what I mean? If you're going to play it. You know, she actually is doing the thing, because a lot of these people say they care, but they still go to these clothing shops. A lot of people say they care about certain things, but they're still using iPhones, you know, with material that's mined by like kids. But she's going to the thrift shops. So it's like, you know, if you just like the car you got for free, you could always return it. I feel like this is deeper than this. I feel like a lot of people are going to focus on the fact that she got a car for free. And that's also, that would be an easy thing for me to do as well, because I never got a car handed down to me. I had to buy my first car I had to buy, like flat out. I didn't get help. I didn't get like a small loan from my mom. I paid the initial down payment, and then I paid every payment after that. But I feel like it's more than just the one car. The car is like one thing in a large list of like things that are making this daughter feel like she's unappreciated. But I don't know. I guess we could just ignore her. Your sister is going to get into big trouble when she get older. She has learned to manipulate her own advantage. Your sister will be a teenage mother. You will go far. You're assuming a lot here. That feels personal. Not the asshole. Sorry, your family plays favorites. OP, the reason why your sister was sad and crying and why your dad is lying that he didn't know they were going to drop off a car at the party is because they both know it's wrong. I don't know about that. That being said, please try to not hold it against your sister. Your sister is a casualty of favoritism, and it's not some huge manipulative scheme that everyone seems to like her more. If you had a good relationship with her and now you don't because of your jealousy, this is something you can influence and work on. I would say the jealousy part kind of throws me off. College is a huge turning point in your life. Oh, please, the sister's making this all about her and her feelings. She's just at fault here. Yeah, but she's 15. She's a teenager. Like, my logic on this is like, of course the 15-year-old girl is going to make it about her. Just like the 17-year-old girl is possibly going to make it all about her. The dad is where I bring things into question, because on a day when you're celebrating the valedictorian, it should be all about the older girl. Like, there's no reason that car should have showed up that day. But that is me giving benefit of the doubt to the younger sister. I just don't think that I think parenting would go a long way there. I can't tell how much of this is actually favoritism or how much is sister having learned that if she says or does X, it has the following result. My sister had no clue until we were adults that the reason I would get parents or presents from our grandparents for good grades was that I would call them up and tell them specifically our grandfather my grades. Our parents were proud if you did well, but they didn't pay for good grades. But our grandfather was always looking for an excuse to give you a present, so I gave him an excuse. I mean, but if you were making the communication with the grandparents, then like, of course, if you're the one communicating to them, of course. And if you get away with it, you're going to get away with it. But I have a feeling that the older sister is just not as into that, and so it's not brought up as much. But I don't feel like that, like the dad, I feel like dad just needs to say more. If she's sad all the time, you really got to wonder that's your daughter, man. You have your worth, you are enough. What an awful family. Your sister has all the indications she's peaked in high school. You guys are like assuming a lot. There's a good, I hate to really hammer this in, but there is a chance that she could be really popular in high school and also be an extremely successful adult. Because I have this feeling that a lot of people naturally kind of assume that, oh, if they're popular in high school, they'll peak there and then it's all downhill from there. I hate to let you know this, but some people win in high school and then they continue to win as adults. It doesn't happen all the time, and there's some people that they really did peak in high school, but to say that she's peaked in high school when she's still in high school, you just don't know. Don't get caught. Don't get caught in that. As for your sister, her behavior is utterly bizarre. I mean, this is so fake. 17-year-old only wears thrift store clothes because she hates sweatshops. This entire post is a bunch of horse shit. I'll still stand by my opinion. I don't think that your sister's an asshole. I don't think you're an asshole. I think that your dad has some bad... I think he's an asshole, and maybe he just doesn't know it, but it's mainly because he clearly has a favorite. And I think it's easier for him to do these things for the one daughter because she's into sports and you're not. And so it's just naturally going to kind of be easier for her. I don't think, like a lot of people seem to believe, that this naturally means that the younger sister is going to just like not be able to function in adult life. If she's 100% spoiled, it makes it harder. But like, I hate to tell you guys this because it's always easy to just kind of assume like that things will go bad for the people that had it easy in high school, but that's just not always the case. Like, don't get me wrong, there are people that peak in high school and then they never do anything in their adult life, but there are also people that peak in high school but they don't even necessarily peak in high school, but they do really great in high school, and maybe you think that's their peak, but then they also do really great in college and you think that's their peak, but then they're like 30 and they're a millionaire and you're like, when is the peak? You know, you don't want to get too caught up in that conversation. Anyways, not the asshole. I really got to put a top on this, man. Every time I take a sip out of this, when I drop it back down, it splashes everywhere. It is not made for this. It is too big. Anyways, that's my opinion.